Okay, today I want to show you how to install this Gator FX series bed cover. This is the FX series, not the EX. The difference between the EX and the FX is the FX, you are allowed to open the section that is nearest the cab. It can lean against the cab. That will give you full access to your bed. Here it is, very slick looking, very low profile. I like the way this looks. Got that textured look. Looks like a nice clean seal all the way around. You have this cord on each side to where you can open just easily as just pulling that right there. All your bed has full access, nothing's in the way. There's your clamps for the rails. Everything clicks into place, very nice. All right, here we go with the unboxing. Made in the USA. Got the Gator FX series installation sheet right here. There's a rail, there's your second rail. Here is the bed cover. Got a little bit of styrofoam flakes on it right now. There's the hardware. Here is the 2025 Ram 1500 Longhorn. Here's the rails and the hardware. Go ahead and unbox this. Here are 6 clamps that hold the rails on each side. Here's some drain tubes. Here's the bumpers that protect the back windshield. Here are some buckle ends. There's your weather stripping. And here is your cover retainer clamps right here. All right, here's everything you need. Okay, you got my weather stripping against the cab already installed. Okay, with these clamps, you want to make sure this upper notch is where it sits. Using my right hand, I'm holding that in place, and I'm kind of using my left hand to tighten it up a little bit. Now I'm going to use a 1/2-inch socket to kind of tighten this up a little bit. Not all the way just yet, because that rail system, you want that to be flush with the bed of your truck. Right now I'm using my left hand thumb to hold the rail down, and I'm using my fingertips to hold that clamp in place while I tighten it down. This is the way it should finally look, with the clamp holding the rail to the bed. Here's all 3 in place on the right side. You're going to want to do that on both sides. Now I'm installing the drain tube. You just kind of play with that till it sits up as much as possible. And then you want to tuck it in right here to where if any water accumulates on the rail, it will drain out to the bottom of the truck outside. Here's a final look with the rail installed. Once again, you want to make sure it's flush with the top of the bed there. All right, now I'm going to install the buckle clamps. Here is a nutsert. I'm going to put that in place on the bottom end. I'm sorry that this was out of the angle here, but I'm going to use my fingers to hold that up in place while I add this buckle. Now, I already added this little gasket here. It was easy as just sticking it in place. Now you want to put this buckle facing majority of the bed cover. Once again, I've got my two fingers holding the inserts in place. I'm putting the screw in, and I'm going to grab my powered screwdriver. They tell you do not use a drill for obvious reasons. You don't want to strip this out or damage the product. Obviously, be cautious of over tightening. I will put a link in the description of this power drill by Works. It's a great product, very handy. All right, now that that is all done, you can start putting the bed cover in place. Now, I am doing this by myself, so I'm going to play with it for a little bit until I have it lined up just right. You should start hearing things click into place. That's when you know you did it right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unfold the whole thing. I'm going to make sure everything is lined up with the cab, the bed, the tailgate. Right now, I'm pushing everything towards the cab of the truck. It should sit very nicely flush with the front of the cab, and it should overlap your tailgate just a ½ inch. Once all that's back in place, you want to slowly open it up so you can start clamping everything down. Here I am with the retainer clips. Now this little piece is just going to slide in right here on this little track. Going to go straight to the rail system. And once it's in place, you can start tightening it down. And what this is doing is closing down that upper portion of the bed cover. Closing it down. If you notice, there was a little bit of a air gap right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push it, loosen it up a little bit, and then push it closer to the cab. And just like that, no more air gap. Here's a picture of it with that clamp around the rail right there. You want to do both ends. Go ahead and close the bed. Make sure one more time that this is all lined up good. And that's really it. The rest of the bed cover, the clips are built into it, so it just snaps in place with that rail system. This is what gives it that low profile look. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and install the bumpers that protect the back windshield when you want to fold it up all the way to give you full access to the bed. This is the FX series to allow this to happen. Now the back of my windshield has kind of got a curve to it, so it touches on each side of the back automatic window. All right, I'm going to show you how this works when you want your full access to your bed. You just little Little bar right here. You just fold it up. You clamp it down. Here's the buckle. If you want to ride around with this section just closed. I just wanted to say I owned a previous Gator bed cover for 10 years and it is very high quality. It lasted me 10 years with my previous truck. This is a very solid product. Links are in the description.